confidence in the passing game.
Receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And, Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses, too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
Pitt pushing the base.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Off play action on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. And now on second down for this offense. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, or proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big...
Fires into traffic, picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man out of the backfield. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown Ducks! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this dude knows how to get after quarterbacks. Last week he had 3 sacks. He gets his first today. I'll tell you what, you better know where he is before the ball snapped every single play.
Lets it fly. And it's incomplete on third down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. They'll leave it with him. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. The toss to the outside. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Just blinding speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. Complete on third down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. Hit right back to the line.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
This defense is making life hard on the quarterback early in the game. We're only in the first quarter. They've already got a pick, and that time they swat another one away, man. They are breaking on the ball.
Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. Tempo and overdrive. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that up to touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Complete to the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Throwing right. He's got an open man. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Lost, the defense is wide open. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. He'll pick up 3 before he's down at the 6. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game. And you could just...
And Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack at 2nd and 12. Dances away to buy time. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The give to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He'll bring it back. It's Robinson. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the right. What a snag by the defense. Taking it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
And we wondered all week how this one was going to play out. And through 2 quarters of ball, the answer is like a good old-fashioned barn burner. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the third quarter. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback checking the play. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing light.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Looking for more room. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They're bringing heat. Breaks the tackle. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, moving behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. That completion delivers a 1st down. Trying the left side. At the 45, on his way. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. From the gun. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Makes the grab. Pulled down for the tackle.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. I understand the desire to keep the ball, but going for it inside your own 40? Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run.
And it's really tough in that 4th and medium range because you're still thinking pass defensively, and they're late reacting to the run. How about the play call to be able to call the run with confidence, execute it? Nice job by the offense getting the 4th down conversion. First down, new set of downs.
And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Caught in the backfield, it's Finnegan. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
Well, how about that stick at the end? Nice job sticking the big tight end, making sure he doesn't get that first job. That's how you play physical defense. That's how you make him remember those tackles later in the game.
Right down the middle. Fires and picked off. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Now on 2nd and goal. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Oregon! And the beatdown has ensued.
Number 3.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Fast motion from the offense. Leaves it with the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those if you got them a little bit tight.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point on.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
3rd in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that 1st down, makes the big mistake.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1st down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, running back gets to give. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. The Ducks get enough for the 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. 1st down for this offense. He's going to pass. Pressure coming.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
When it gets in long yardage situations defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Panther.
Nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. The deficit is huge, this one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Well, they decide to go onside kick, and how about the effort by the kicking team, able to dive on that ball and keep possession?
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. On second down, looking to throw. Unleashes one. He makes a catch. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Pitt pushing the pace. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Swings it out to his running back. And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that happens again. He's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive, Dave.
Yeah, and I think it
fires into traffic, intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time play.
Pittsburgh will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown Ducks! How about that D coming up with a play like that? They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1?
Dude, you didn't think it could any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking for space to the left. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the...
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He gets a block. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Across the 25, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the 4th quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just Balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He'll pitch it. Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the...
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just...
The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game, and they get the win on to next week.
After this, it'll be a wrap. On the option. He'll toss it. At midfield, he's got room. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. This is what an elite team